What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. So I'm going to do a few more bits on the BMW today. As you can see, if you watched the last episode, you'll note that the back of this has had a little knock at some point and it's a little bit shoddy. So what I'm actually going to be doing in this video is replacing both the boot lid and I'm also going to do the rear left quarter. Now the great thing about these cars is the rear left quarter isn't welded on, it's just bolted on. From what I understand, there's a few bolts down there, I think there's one under there, and everybody tells me that I've spoke to that there is one bastard of a bolt that is pretty much under there. So I've got a bit of a plan for that. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know, but we'll see, and hopefully I'll be able to get this done pretty quickly because I only work in my driveway and it's going to rain tomorrow and it's currently 5:30 in the afternoon. So I hope I can get through this quickly and I don't end up with a car with no body parts on it, body panels on it before it goes dark. And also I'd quite like to be in by the time the footy kicks off. So yeah, wish me luck. Something that I have noticed is the roof wouldn't go back properly. It would go back. You see that catch doesn't really want to sit underneath where the catch should sit, and actually I've got a flashing red light there where the roof buttons are. I had a little read and I saw a few other people who've got a similar issue and they said to check how it folds. Mainly this bit, which actually looks pretty good, but also this bit. So apparently, see how that's folded in there? Apparently that's wrong. That wants to be out like that. Let's have a look now. All the way back, and does it clutch in? Yes, it does. Amazing. Oh no, it hasn't. Oh, hang on. Let me just try that again. So open and that time it's worked. So supposedly BMW think that what I should really do is just make sure it's folded properly like that and just leave the roof down overnight so it kind of remembers how to fold. I think if I open that again and then close it, I bet it folds properly. Yeah, it does. So that was an easy fix, to be fair. Literally just make sure it's folding right. So I'm buzzing with that. More of those, please. But for now, because I'm taking that rear left quarter off, I think I want the roof about halfway open like that so I can get access all around the edge of it. So I've got this panel. I managed to find this panel in the right colour. I had to drive about 100 miles to get it, but I got it in the right colour. And I've talked to a few people that break these cars now, and they've all told me that apparently there is a bolt under here, and that's the one bastard bolt to get this panel off. Everything else is pretty straightforward. So I think I'm probably going to have to pop this edge of the bumper because I bet there's some fixings in there. And also I'm going to replace this tail light while I'm at it because it's got a hole in it. Take the boot lid off first, I think. I went out and bought myself a set of small Torx Allen keys. Are they called Allen keys when they're Torx still? I don't know, but yeah, bought myself a set of these. So hopefully I can slot probably that guy in under there a lot easier than one of my normal Torx sockets under there, which are actually quite long. So yeah, hopefully this works. We'll see. What I don't want to do is round it off.
Well, what I don't want to do is round it off.
I don't think I've stripped it. Torque's pretty hard to strip generally anyway. Nah, I'm not happy with that. So this technique does seem to be working, but I think I'm actually going to have to undo all of the bolts that hold this rail right the way around for me to get the access that I need, just because I can feel the bolt that I'm trying to get out, but honestly my Torx bit just seems to keep rounding out of it and I really don't want to ruin the bolt, make my life a lot harder. I have to take the whole goddamn roof off. God, fuck my fucking life. What a stupid design. And now it's all fucking stripped. think it's totally f***ed. I think I'm It's under there. I'm just gonna have to take the roof off. Wow, so you guys that told me about this bolt, you were absolutely right, weren't you? I am beaten. I'm gonna have to, honestly, I think the only way I can do this is to actually take the roof off. I've been going at this bolt for so long now. I don't know if you can see it. I've made a real mess of it. I could probably get it out with an impact, but I obviously don't have access unless I take the roof off, so. But what's just appeared? Yes. For now, the sun's gone in, it's getting chilly, and the football's about to start, so I think I'm gonna have to call it a day. I'm gonna have to make this weather tight, or as weather tight as possible. What I'm probably gonna do is back it into my garage so I don't have to completely rebuild the car, and then come at it another day. I think I've already taken most of the roof off, to be honest, so I've had enough. You have one of those days you hope things are going to take 2 hours. I was making pretty good progress getting the boot lid off and getting the rear quarter off, but I hoped I could get it done in 2 hours, but sometimes things just don't go that way when you're working on cars. I am going to have to call it there for today, and I will see you tomorrow. Welcome to day 2. I'm currently stuck trying to get this bolt that I knew was going to be a pain. I was really optimistic about it. I guess I was wrong. So I haven't been able to get that out. My plan was actually remove the roof, but I've done a little bit of shopping around and I've been able to find and order a tool, basically a low profile bit that I think I will be able to get that out with. So that's coming tomorrow, and I really want to keep making progress with this car. So while I'm waiting for that tool, I am going to crack on with everything else that I can crack on with. So I think the next most important thing is probably sorting out this door. Now I've actually been able to find a new replacement door in the right colour, which I think is the simplest, cheapest and quickest fix for this little rust problem. What I might do, I might actually stick this old door on eBay, because ultimately it's pretty good. It does need a repair down there. I don't think it's beyond saving. So if anybody needs BMW Z4 driver side door in titan silver that needs a little bit of love, then hit me up. But yeah, for now I'm gonna have to start stripping this, take all the bits off, and yeah. So first thing we're gonna have to do is remove this door card. Let's crack on. So that's the door pretty much fully stripped down, ready to take off. I've gone to the effort of pulling all of these wires off and out, when I've realised, looking at the door that I've got, that's just like an all-encompassing connector. So I could have probably just hooked it straight on, but I suppose it doesn't matter. It got everything out of my way while I was dismantling everything. The window regulator and the door handle, there was a bit of a trick to the door handle. I didn't film it up close, but I did have to look this up. In there's a hex bolt that you need to take out, and then what you need to do is get a little flat-headed screwdriver into a certain place in there and just give it a tap with a hammer, and that slides a little metal clip over so that you can then lift the bottom of the door handle out. Now the door that I've got actually comes with a door handle, so whether I'll use it or not I'm not sure, but yeah, so there is a little trick to that. Everything else relatively straightforward. The window regulator was a bit tricky. I had to reconnect the switches out of the door card and then put the window down, so that revealed a massive I think it was a T45 bolt in there that needed taken out, and then yeah, it just kind of pulled up from the right there and it kind of slid out of the mechanism here. So yeah, you can see it's starting to rust on the inside there as well. I think the new door that I've got is in much better condition. Guy I got this door off has kindly left quite a lot attached to it. There's no real rust on this door, which is pretty cool. This rubber thing, this rubber guide, I have no idea how he's managed to get the window out without taking that off. I took it off my one and I think I bent it a little bit, so that's a bit of a problem that I'm going to have to solve. I think I'm going to have to take that off. I don't think I can slot the glass in under there. Just a bit too much of a tight squeeze, I think, but yeah, let's give it a go. There I was thinking I'd done so well to get a door with all this cable loom still attached to it, and then I come to connect the window regulator and boom, looks like I am going to strip it out after all. I was buzzing about that, never mind. But I'm going to have to call it a day at this point. I've got some stuff to do tonight, so this is going to have to run over into tomorrow. What's happening YouTube? So we're on day 3, Saturday morning. I'm hungover, but I've got some next with gods to sort me out. I've had the car in this garage because I've been up against the weather. It's been raining a little bit, but I'm going to roll it out today. I'm going to get this door finished, and I've also got the tool that I need to get the rear left quarter off, and hopefully, yeah, should be a super productive day. So let's do this. I'm going to be up against it with the weather today. It's supposed to be raining right now, and obviously the car's not watertight at the moment. It doesn't even have a window, and the roof is probably going to be leaky at the moment. And also we don't have a boot lid, so I need to pull my finger out, hurry up, get this done. First job, I'm going to get this door rebuilt, get the glass back in, the window regulator working. I'm going to have to strip out this loom, replace with the one off the old door because someone's kindly cut a single cable off it. Nightmare, but yeah, let's go. Right, so I think we're looking pretty good here. The only problem I've had is this little guy, the little door lock button that sticks out the side of the door. I've broken the clip on it. I think I can probably just wrap a cable tie around that or something like that, and I think that'll probably be alright. But yeah, now I can get the door card back on, and I think I am done. Driver's door, done. very nice. Happy with that, looks good, looks a lot better. On to the next one. Back to this left rear quarter panel. I think once I've got that bolt out, it should be pretty smooth sailing, so let's go. Check this out, I love stuff like this. Any excuse to buy some more tools. Look at these. I don't know when I'm ever going to use them again, but it's super handy to know that I've got them. So I've got this super low profile T30 Torx bit. I think that is exactly what I'm going to need. Yeah, let's go. Hopefully this will do the job. So I've done a pretty good job of rounding it off, trying to get this out. So this is really difficult. This is definitely the tool you would have wanted. And if it wasn't rounded off, this would probably be really easy. But because I've made a really nice job of rounding it off, I'm not having a good time. Oh man, this is not cool. Oh man, it's so bad. I've done a real good job of that. So it hasn't worked. Honestly, this bolt has got no right being this tight. I'm just gonna have to keep at it, keep trying stuff. I don't know if I can maybe get a grinder in there and cut a slot in it and maybe be able to jam it open that way, I don't know. But I'm just gonna have to keep trying. Wish me luck. I've had a little bit of success just with a punch and a hammer, just punching it around with the hammer. But it has definitely moved. It's true what they say, one stuck bolt is the difference between a quick half-an-hour job and a fucking 3-day ordeal. It's turning now. Do you know what? I think I'm actually going to send this set of tools back because all the bits just fall out of the handles. It's a bit shit, to be honest. I'm gonna have to keep knocking it around. Oh yes, it's coming out of my fingers now. Yes! You little bastard. Look at that. Oh my god. Son of a bitch. You see why the Torx bit wasn't working anymore? Bastard. Whew. That was a nightmare, but that is now out. The top of that panel is now loose. Obviously, I think all the other bolts are pretty accessible. I think there's some under the bumper. I think there's one under there, so I'm gonna have to detach that. And there's obviously there's a couple of nuts in there, but I think it should be pretty plain sailing from here. Let's do it. First time I've had a wheel off. Obviously these wheels, I was in two minds about what to do with them, to be honest. Maybe get them refurbed. Got a ridiculous amount of tread left on that. It's probably hundreds of miles left on that, but had a few welds on this wheel, which isn't ideal. Not really what I wanted to see. And under here, not too bad, to be honest. Gonna have to sort that out somehow. The spring looks pretty tired and that shock looks like it's been on there for a long time. I did see something about rear brake lines on the MOT. The rear brake line was corroded, which is there, and I can kind of see what they're saying. That doesn't look too bad, but that looks pretty bad. I'm gonna have to replace those. Pads, not terrible. Discs, could be worse, but yeah, that spring is not really what I wanted to see. But for now, I'm just going to focus on the task at hand. Now whilst these back panels are indeed bolted on, not welded on, they don't make it easy for you, man. Not a quick job, guys. And there we go, rear left quarter replacement done. I've used, these are the same bolts here that go under there. I obviously can't put that back in anywhere really, so what I've done is just put that one under there, not over tightened it, and what I'll do is find a replacement bolt for there, but that's obviously pretty easily accessible. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously we still got that scuff on the bumper, but that's not too much of a concern really. In terms of alignment, I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'll sort that out. In terms of alignment, it's pretty decent. I think that's okay. That looks all right to me. That gap looks all right, I think. Seems a bit weird that this like stands off like that, but that is, I've checked the other side and that's exactly how it goes. So everything seems to fit all right. I've managed to sort out the heat shield down here. New tail light in. Alignment looks pretty good. Same as the other side. Really pretty buzzing with that. Next, I am just gonna have to put all of these bits back in, sort the roof out, get all the trim panels back on, and then put the boot lid on, which should be pretty straightforward, I hope. And then I'm just going to give it all a good clean up, probably take it out for a spin. Yeah, about this tyre, I shouldn't really put that back on, should I? When you consider that I've actually got these bad boys. Decent tread on the tyres, so I think it's time to stick them on. Really move the car properly, so it's not fully even settled yet, but look how that wheel fills the arch better. So if you look around the other side, I'm pretty buzzing with that. I know it's probably going to affect the ride. It's already a pretty harsh ride on these, so putting bigger wheels on it definitely isn't going to help that. But yeah, the way it fills the arch, widens the track, gives it a lot more purpose. I think that looks pretty cool. Nice. Right, finish this roof off. Let's go. I don't really dare put the new boot lid onto it until I've transferred the old lock, because knowing me, I'm going to close it and then I'll never be able to open it again. So I need to take all this stuff off here, put it onto here before I put it on the car. And cue the rain. To be fair, considering the forecast said it was going to rain pretty much all day, I think I've been really lucky. Not quite managed to get the boot lid back on. The process of swapping over all the bits, but we're getting there, I'm pleased it wasn't raining this morning. I was able to do that whole rear left quarter. Yeah, it's really starting to come down, so I'm just going to crack on in here. Hopefully this rain will pass and we'll be able to get that boot lid off. Let's have it. Rain's eased off a little bit, probably enough to get this boot lid on, and I'm keen to just get it done, just so that the car's weatherproof again, because it's not ideal this, is it? Let's be honest. And there we have boot lid replaced, which looks amazing, if I do say so myself. Yes, the panel gaps need a little bit of adjustment, and also I just need to fish all of the wiring out of there, because I've kind of forced it up into there and it's going to be lost in there somewhere. So I'm just going to fish a wire coat hanger or something down there and pull that through, connect everything up, get these panels back on, and then I'll do a bit of adjustment in terms of getting the panel gaps right. I'm pretty pleased with that now. Now, I think I was being very optimistic, thinking that I could get it done in, what, like an afternoon? It's actually ran into like 3 or 4 days, but that's all part of working on cars. I think it's something that I should know by now. Everything's going to take at least like 5 times longer than, you know, you think it's going to take. So yeah, look at that though. Looks fucking awesome, doesn't it? back looks so much better now, especially with those wheels. They properly fill the arches. Looks like it's got a lot more sort of purpose about it, a bit more width on the track. And also, look at that, beautiful. That looks so much better. You wouldn't even know it had an issue. Obviously I'm gonna have to do something about that, but that's a job for another day. Oh, and how can I forget? Look at those wheels. I think they look great. Yes, they need a refurb. No, they're not real CSL wheels, but they definitely felt lighter than the wheels that I took off. I think they look fantastic. So that headlight is okay. That headlight is obviously a little bit problematic. We've got a bit of scuff there. Keeping an eye out for 2 new front wings. Should be a bit easier than attaching this bastard. For now, I'm just going to take it for a quick spin, make sure everything's working properly. So I'm just going to take it for a quick spin because I want to make sure that nothing's obviously broken. I do have, annoyingly, I've got an airbag light on, which I didn't have before, so I suspect that's got to be something to do with the way that I connected the airbag. I thought I'd connected it properly. Maybe there's something that needs clearing. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's ever seen anything like that before. You disconnect an airbag, reconnect it. Do you get an airbag light until you need to reset it or something? It feels pretty good. I've just done a really tight turn up at the top of my road. I didn't hear any rubbing on the arches or anything like that, so I'm pretty happy. The car looks sick. Taking it to a car show tomorrow, you might laugh. It's a bit ridiculous because obviously this car's still a little bit rough around the edges, but you know, there's a load more Z4s going to the car show, so I thought, why not? Fingers crossed, nothing's like hanging off this car. I hope I haven't left any tools attached to it or anything like that. Shit. I hope I removed the locking wheel nut key. I really hope I removed that locking wheel nut key from the wheel. Oh my god, that would be such a schoolboy error. I mean, I don't know what I'm hoping here. Am I hoping that it's attached? Am I hoping that it's still there? Am I hoping that it's not there and I took it off? I don't know. Let's just have a quick look. I can't believe I just did that. I left the locking wheel nut key on the wheel and just drove like half a kilometre or something, but oh my fucking god, that could have been horrendous. Right, oh, I'm so pleased I realised that. What a fucking stupid thing to do. Oh, it drives, it turns, it goes, it stops. Oh, what more can you want? And at least I know I've got a little bit more grip in my tyres now. Oh yeah, it feels nice around the corners now. I'm definitely going to have to get some tracking done. Also, coilover suspension I think is going to be necessary just to try and make up for the loss in ride quality that I'll have because I've stuck 19-inch wheels on it. So, can't believe I left that wheel nut key on the wheel, but that could be a really big problem. I do have a tyre pressure monitor light on. Weirdly, I had a headlight bulb warning light on the dash. That's now gone, which is interesting, but it's been replaced by a airbag light. I'd rather have headlight warning because that's probably an easy fix. I'll come back to that and see if I can read some codes, and I'm sure that airbag fault will, I think it's got to be the driver's side door because it wasn't there before I stripped the door and it is there now, so all in all I'm pretty happy. So I think that pretty much wraps up this video. All I'm going to do is give this car a good interior clean now because it is a bit of a mess. It needs a good hoover. I think it's seen a hoover for years, to be honest. So up early in the morning to go to this car show, which should be good fun. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button. I've still got loads of plans, parts that I haven't mentioned. I've got a few upgrades planned, a load of good mechanical stuff as well. So I've got a couple of oil leaks that I need to fix. You know, I'm gonna change the diesel valve because I know they're prone to failing. I'm gonna refurbish the Vanos as well because that's not something I've ever done before. Last but not least, I will probably do the clutch. I've never done a clutch before, so I think doing the clutch on this car will probably be a good idea. And I don't know if putting a lighter flywheel on it is something that might be cool. I don't know. I'm gonna have a little read about that sort of stuff and see where we can take it. But yeah, for now, thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe. It would really help me out, and I will see you in the next one.